A long time ago, there was a prince. His name was Dhola. He was engaged to a woman named Maru, but they had never met. Dhola had two friends, named Rebia and Sibia. They were sisters who lived in the palace. They knew how to perform magic. Dhola knew that Maru lived in a faraway place called Pingo. Sometimes he would think about Maru. He wanted to meet her. Rebia and Sibia were jealous. "Dhola, let's play hide and seek," they said. "I don't want to play," Dhola said. He was very sad. "Why are you so sad, Dhola?" Rebia asked. "I'll show you some magic," Sibia said. She took out a magic box and performed a trick. Dhola loved magic. His face lit up. When Sibia showed him magic, he forgot all about Maru. But very soon, he remembered Maru again. "I'm going to find her," he said. "Do not go," the sister said. "You have never met her. You do not know her. Marrying someone you do not know is a bad tradition." "You are right, but I still want to meet her," said Dhola. "I do not think Dhola will play with us after he meets Maru," Rebia said to Sibia. "You are right. We should not allow him to go anywhere near her," replied Sibia. They started thinking about how to stop Dhola from seeing Maru. One day a parrot came to the palace. It made a lot of noise. There was a letter tied to its foot. Rebia and Sibia took the letter and read it. "Dear Prince, I am Maru, your fiancé. Please come and see me," the letter read. Rebia and Sibia were very angry when they read the letter. "Hide the letter before Dhola sees it," said Rebia. Sibia tore the letter into many pieces. Then she imprisoned the parrot in a cage. Maru waited, but the parrot never returned to her. She wrote another letter. This time, she sent it with the help of a crow. Rebia and Sibia read this letter, too. They tore the letter into pieces. They put the crow in the cage with the parrot. There were camels in Dhola's kingdom. They often went to Pingo to graze. "These camels know about Maru. They may take Dhola to her someday," said Sibia. "You are right. They must be driven away," said Rebia. Rebia and Sibia chased the camels away, but one old camel stayed behind. "Oh, Camel, my dear Maru lives in Pingo. Could you please take me there?" asked Dhola. "Of course, I would be happy to take you to Maru, but we cannot tell Rebia and Sibia," said the old camel. "If they find out, they will try to stop us." Dhola had always been suspicious of Rebia and Sibia, so he believed the old camel's words. The camel said, "You should play a game of dice with Rebia and Sibia. Play until they fall into a deep sleep. Then you can sneak out of the palace." Dhola played dice with Rebia and Sibia all through the night. In the early morning, the prince climbed onto the camel's back and rode toward Pingo. "Where is Dhola? Where has he gone?" Rebia asked as soon as she woke up. "I think the old camel has taken him to Maru's house. We must stop them," said Sibia. They took out a magic box and said, "Abracadabra." On their way to Pingo, Dhola saw bushes covered with wild fruit. "Camel, stop and let me pick some delicious fruit," Dhola said. He got off the camel and started picking the fruit. The camel was worried. "I have walked this way many times in the past. There were no bushes here until yesterday. Rebia and Sibia must have used magic to grow them. They are trying to stop us," he said. Dhola listened to the camel. They continued on their way. Soon they came to a nest of thorny branches. It was blocking the road. Dhola slashed the branches with his sword until the road was clear. Then the camel moved forward with Dhola on his back. Rebia and Sibia were following the prince and the camel. "Look, these footprints are fresh. They are not far," Rebia said. "Let's move fast," Sibia said, gasping for breath. Again, Rebia took out a magic box and said the magic word, "Abracadabra." Dhola and the camel reached a big market. "All this food looks so delicious. I would like to have at least one bite," said Dhola. The camel shook his head. "Let's not delay. The girls will be here any minute now. There was no market here until yesterday. Rebia and Sibia must have used their magic to create it. But I am so hungry," Dhola said. "Then you'd better ask for something without getting off my back," said the camel. A shopkeeper handed a bag of food up to Dhola. Without wasting any time, The prince and the camel moved along. Rebia and Sebia reached the market area, but Dhola was not there. Enough is enough. Using our magic powers is not working. We must get to them immediately, said Rebia angrily. She held the magic box in her hand. She closed her eyes and said, "Abracadabra." As soon as Rebia uttered the magic word, the sisters began to fly. Rebia and Sebia found Dhola just as he reached the river. They grabbed the camel by his tail and started pulling backwards. The camel could not get away. "Prince, Dhola, cut off my tail." "Quick!" yelled the camel. Dhola cut off the camel's tail. Rebia, Sebia, and the camel's tail fell in the river and were swept away. Dhola and the camel reached the other side of the river safely. The old camel was in great pain. Dhola bandaged the camel's wound. "There is nothing to worry about now. Their magic does not work on this side of the river," said the camel. Dhola laid down on the grass while the camel grazed. After a rest, they continued on their way. Finally, Dhola arrived at Maru's house. Maru was sitting in the courtyard. "That's your Maru. Look how beautiful she is," said the camel. Dhola walked up to Maru. "I'm Prince Dhola. I'm here to take you back to my palace," he said. Maru was very happy to see her prince. On that day, Maru's elder sister had come to visit. Maru told her sister that Dhola had come to take her away with him. "I wonder when we will meet again," asked Maru's sister. The two sisters went outside together. They sat on a swing and sang songs of both joy and sorrow. Next day, Dhola and Maru returned to their palace.